Welcome to Bassman Strikes Kayak Fishing. Sit back and watch another episode as I explore and fish lakes and rivers in Wisconsin and the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, using various artificial baits and techniques. We had been at the lake the day before, and I saw several bass hanging around the buoys, so I headed out there first. Well, the first buoy was a bust, heading to the second. The second buoy also turned out to be bust. The day before, there was a smallmouth hanging out under this exact buoy. I headed out to deeper water, and bingo, smallmouth number one. There was a large area of riprap on the north side of the lake, so I headed over there. The first fish I saw in the area of riprap was a small school of perch minnows. The bass started showing up. This little guy first, and then I would see shadows in the distance, and it turned out to be bigger bass. The invasive rusty crayfish appears to be everywhere in the Upper Peninsula. This one was dead, fortunately. The riprap in this particular area was covered with zebra mussels, and that's why we're seeing the mostly clear water here. The smallmouth seemed to be doing a really good job of keeping the rusty crayfish under control in this lake. The only one I saw was that dead one. Last summer I was on the Paint River fishing, and there was literally millions of rusty crayfish in that river. Everywhere you'd look, you'd see a crayfish. And in that particular stretch of the Paint River, the smallmouth were all small. so they did not seem to be doing a good job of controlling the crayfish in the river. All of the bigger bass appeared to be post-spawn. The day before, I found one smallmouth in a bed near the beach in a deep sand hole. If you look close, you can see a large pike swimming just ahead. I was swimming along and I ran into him, and he was sitting right on the top of some weeds, and he took off like lightning. If you watch close, you can see the pike again. Those darn googans are everywhere. The bass were not very skittish at all. I could get pretty close to them. The pike, on the other hand, would take off like lightning bolts when they saw me. The zebra mussels encrusted everything in this lake, including the license plate I found earlier. Here we can see a small school of panfish. They appear to be rock bass, maybe a couple of bluegill mixed in there. I would estimate that most of these bigger bass swimming around were probably in the 14 to 15 inch range. My guess is there's some big lunkers out in this lake. You just have to find them. Watch this one closely. He sees something at the surface and then changes his mind. Well, folks, that concludes this video. I have to say this lake is actually pretty good for snorkeling. There's lots of fish, lots of stuff to see. Highly recommend it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching Bassman Strikes Kayak Fishing. If you like this video, please click the subscribe and like buttons. If you would like to be notified of new content, click the bell button. If you have any questions about lures, equipment, etc., please leave a comment. Also, be sure to check out our Facebook page and join our group Black Bass Central. Links will be in the description. We'll see you next time.